Yeah.
I've just been. Okay,
it's good. That was my microphone test. Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything, everything else in the crowd shoot. I'm your host, Jay. This is my co-host.
guys, you just gotta check if my microphone works.
James. I call him James. Everyone else calls him Jimmy. He just works like that.
It's weird.
A lot of things have happened this week, James. What? Is that how you test your microphone?
No, JD, I go snip, snap, snip, snap. I want my Gaffy back.
It's just making sure that there's sound. You know? I'm just making sure that there's sound.
It's been eons since I said those words.
I like how you when you can't see, or even when I don't have my webcam on, if I just make the noise, you know what I'm doing.
It's just a little bit, just the, and I'm like, just neuron activated.
Singular neuron activated.
It's the Office meme where it's just Dwight sitting there and then like the screen crackles and breaks and it's just him glitched out screaming.
Yeah, just
Well, it's the modem dial-up noise.
Well, James, anything you want to talk about this week, or?
I uploaded a video.
Oh right, I didn't have a chance to see it yet because I was just in classes all day today. But it's about the Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah.
By the way, James, we need to do more crapshoot reviews on stuff. Because you remember the only time we did a crapshoot review?
Invincible?
No, not Invincible. There's only there's only one.
Edit it
time.
in.
It was Scoob and Shag. You remember that?
Yes. And
Yes. You know that thing has like 100 views.
Oh shit! That's more than anything I have.
It's got like more than 100 views, and like 2 comments on it. They're like, "Yeah, I love Scuba Shag" or something. But apparently, people like it. We need to do
Yeah, I
more of
love
those
Scuba
reviews.
Shag. What the fuck is Scuba Shag?
I love Scuba Shag. It's one about the Fred and the gang. But yeah, if you haven't read it, I guess you should go and read it.
Yeah, it's all
Scuba and Shag.
overheated.
It's pretty good. You're overheated right now, James?
Yeah, I was cleaning my car because I had gotten dinner yesterday and I was trying to introduce my dad to
I was getting a buffet yesterday in my car, and it just kind of
So
went
you
everywhere.
see, in my car, I just had the entire buffet from Texas Station in my car.
I was eating a chili cheese nacho deluxe in my car, in my shotgun seat.
A handful of just horrible.
And I accidentally
macaroni
spilled about
and cheese.
3/4 of it on the dashboard, so I had to clean that up.
Just a fucking handful scoop of mac and cheese. Oh, so good. Wait, me.
One hand on the wheel, another hand freaking fingers deep in the bowl. You're like licking the sauce off your fingers while you're driving. Tesla. Just crash. No, my nacho cheese fries.
My mac and cheese. No, but
Yeah.
I was there's this chicken place called Dave's Hot Chicken.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a new chicken place that opened up on a.
Oh, new, huh?
Yeah. Can I name streets? Is that a thing I can do?
Sure, go ahead. I don't care. What, are they gonna find us? You live on the same street as the chicken place? I figured out which state you live in. I figured out which city you live in. What are you gonna do now, huh?
I literally, I live right next to it, and like I'm in the shopping center. This is all a facade. It's just a backdrop.
I live in the new restaurant, actually.
This is just a paper.
I've gotten several complaints from the police.
If I press my hand against this too hard, my paper backdrop will fall, and you'll see it's just Dave's Chicken behind me.
No, if you slap against that too hard, they'll be able to triangulate like the
against
noise,
this too hard, JD.
the noise of the wall to which house you live in, and from that, which street you live in,
House.
and then they'll find you. They'll dox you, dude.
It's on Sahara, right next to the AMC theater.
Yeah.
It's like it opened up in the shopping center right next to it.
How is it?
It's good, dude. It's like I think it's the best chicken sandwich I've ever had.
Wow. I'm not usually a big eater of chicken sandwiches. In fact, I don't think I've... Fuck, I don't
Have
remember
you-
the last time I ate it. Probably when I was in dorms, like more than a year ago.
Back in my day.
Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, it was just a really good chicken sandwich and stuff. And when it opened on day one, I'd been getting ads for it like fucking hundreds
When did
of
it
times.
open?
I think like July.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's still kind of new, yeah. Very new.
Maybe June. It was like just brandly new, opened up and everything, and like been getting messages for it for like weeks, like every day, like just hundreds of sponsored ads on my Instagram page. It's just like fucking.
Oh, Instagram.
It looks good. Yes, I know it looks good, but it's not open. I can't even get it. Just scrolling past.
Yeah. I'll get it later. It's right down the street.
I know.
What if that's how Instagram actually is? Like you load it up, and you have to scroll through like 10 pages of ads. Come on, please. Let me just see some Instagram ass, please. I don't care if it's a dude. Just get me. And then the second you see, you just.
That's fine.
You see that new chicken place down the street, babe? What was it called? Dave Chicken? So good.
You gotta really tuck that chin in, man. You just gotta really just fucking get it in there.
I find it tough to actually tuck in the chin, man. I have so much neck.
It
I have
really
so much
hurts
jaw.
right now, too.
Yeah.
Like, not just no, it hurts.
Ugh,
Like it's like putting pressure on my jaw.
it
It's like,
really hurts. Go a bit easier, please. Have you tried the new chicken sandwich? It's actually pretty good.
every time.
I usually drink Mountain Dew and eat Doritos, playing Osu all day. But
You gotta have the arms locked out too.
what you have to be T-posing the entire time.
No, I was just thinking like you got like just the body fat comes here, so it's like your arms kind of have to rest like this.
Actually, it reminds me of that one. I don't know where. I don't remember from what piece of
Dude, me
media
being
I've seen it
sweaty
from.
right now plays so well.
But there was that one. There's this one clip of like this old lady, like, when I was young, I used to be able to move my arms all the way up, but now I can only do this. And her hands are like down by her sides, and she like lifts them up like 2 feet, or no, lifts them up like 2 inches, and she's like, yeah.
2 feet just.
Yeah. So you like that chicken place?
Yeah, and I got it for me and my dad on day
Oh.
one and everything, and I liked it. It wasn't as good then as it is now.
What,
But,
what
I
do you
was
mean
like-
by that? Like they changed the recipe or something?
Yeah, the chicken changed, the buns changed.
Ah, okay.
I feel like they definitely changed because it's a hot chicken place, so you
Oh.
can get it with or without spice, and I feel like they really
Dang, James,
changed-
I really like cold chicken places like Subway. Do they even have chicken sandwiches there?
yeah, but not like that kind. It's just a long sub, and it's just like
Mm,
tastes like shit. Why does
this-
it smell like that?
this bread
What
is
is What
Are you
is
sure this is made out of flour?
What is this indescribable smell I'm smelling of Subway?
The smelly smell that smells.
What does Subway
Smelly.
smell like? It's the worst thing. And it's like
It smells like vegans.
I eat no meat.
Sorry, can I get a whole wheat bread with no gluten-free,
Sorry,
dairy-free, gluten-free, everything
Constantly
free,
talking to hair over the ear.
vitamin-free,
Sorry,
celery?
sorry. Can I get air?
Get air. I filter feed.
No, you don't sell air.
I mean, it's like that. Isn't there a dude who claims that he's eaten nothing and only drank water for like 3 years?
Oh, I was about to say, is it Blake? Because I thought you were going to say
No,
didn't
God,
drink
no.
water.
No,
It's
no.
gonna be like, oh, Blake.
He's only drinking water.
I see you.
And he looks kind of fit. So he's obviously lying. So,
Sir, I can see the steroid marks in your thigh.
sir, you wouldn't be alive if you didn't eat anything for the past 3 years. unfortunately, that's just not how humans work. Plot twist, he's not human.
No.
Just dash.
But their stuff like on day one, it was good, but it wasn't as good as it is now.
It was good, but it wasn't Chick-fil-A good. that's what I hear.
I still think Chick-fil-A does not have like that good of a chicken sandwich either.
I
like,
still haven't eaten at that place.
Their sauce is like their sauce and their like waffle fries are like the really only redeemable part of Chick-fil-A, if I'm being completely honest.
Huh.
That is where I got that compliment, by the way. I have to tell you that story.
Okay, but after this new chicken place one?
After this new chicken place one. And so I'd gone from my dad, and he'd been swearing off Dave's chicken ever since. He's like,
it sucks. Ooh, Riverdale.
The chicken, it had like this sort of like a Indian food, kind of like a seasoning to it that I really liked.
Curry seasoning?
Kind of.
There's just a lot of spices or something.
It just reminded me of like no, sorry, not Indian, Mediterranean food.
Oh,
it had this like taste to it that I remembered from this Mediterranean food Franklin had introduced me to. Which, by the way, fucking love Mediterranean food, dude. It rocks.
I don't think I've eaten a lot of it. I don't remember eating it.
I think it was falafel and like pita bread and stuff.
Did you say falafel?
Yeah. No.
What the hell is falafel?
It's like just compacted like
compacted bread. Mediterranean food.
It's like into these little discs that I got from them and everything.
Oh.
It was like these little discs and everything. I was like, this is fucking good.
Huh. So yeah,
I don't know what it is.
Is that chicken place better than other chicken places?
Yes. Popeyes is so inconsistent with their food. I will never forgive Wendy's for giving me raw chicken.
They gave you raw?
They gave me raw chicken. And here's the thing. This is how they did it with their, we never have frozen meat.
Yeah.
Bitch, the only way you can have frozen chicken inside a grilled shell is if it's frozen and not properly defrosted. Liar.
Lies. What?
Lies.
Wendy's, a huge corporation, lies?
How many more lies have I been told by the Jedi Order?
Execute orders 66. Freeze all chicken.
Have a chocolate frosty, young Skywalker. No, this is outrageous. This chicken is raw.
The ice cream machines will never be fixed.
It was half of the chicken wasn't too, and it's like it was my favorite sandwich from Wendy's. It's their like fucking pretzel.
It's like after that day you stopped going.
Oh, absolutely though.
Wow.
Because my sister had gotten raw chicken sandwiches from them before, and she like always brought it up. I'm like, well, I don't know, it's never happened to me. And like it happened. I'm like, how could you have done that? I know it was you who betrayed me.
You like take a bite into it and you realize it's wrong. You just
what have I done?
Like blankly stare at the cashier and like she's like staring back at you like and you're like, I will find you. I can't believe this food that I'm eating today, and I'll not be satisfied by it. I will leave a 1-star review, and I will find you. I will not stop until I soak in the blood of my enemies, which is Wendy's.
This is what you do to me after years. It's years I trusted you.
What if like
never frozen? Fresh never frozen. That was your promise.
It's like from the back. It's like in the back room. You hear like Ken Sama's voice just be like, Barry-san, you forgot to defrost this chicken.
Barry-san,
Barry-sama, you forgot to defrost this chicken.
What? No, you were supposed to defrost it.
No, but the customer, they don't really like it that much, and because I'm a shinobi, I can't actually do it. It's your duty. The whole time. Yeah.
Barry-san.
That's so funny.
And the audience will never see it.
They'll never see it coming.
They'll never see me doing this and saying the words Barry-san.
Yep, because it's. I mean, if you really want this to be a video,
no, I'm fine with this
one
one not being a video recording.
Just because what was it? Just because it takes a lot more time to edit it when because I don't have my own webcam, so it's tough, and I don't have a second monitor, so it's even tougher. You don't know how long it took me to edit that special. You know how to mask, James?
Yes.
In editing?
Yes.
I had to mask everything.
Good.
You look like the Wendy's cashier. Good. This chicken's raw. Good.
Eat your raw chicken. Complain. See if we'll do anything. Do you
Just
think we'll
know
change?
that millions of sheep come to eat at Wendy's,
You
even if it's
think
raw.
we'll
or
change because you're one complaint? No. Text Wendy's. Tweet them.
not. You know, I remember the last
You'll
place
get
I
a
had a
free
chicken burger
sandwich.
from now. Do you know
You'll
this place
never-
called?
Get it on raw.
You know this place called Big Chicken?
No.
I think
But
it's like
that's the most corporate shit ever. Like Big Pharma, just Big
yeah,
Chicken.
it's Big Chicken. I think that's what it's called. And I only know this because my roommate was ordering off Postmates, and he's like, "I'll order you something. What do you want to eat something from this place called Big Chicken?" I'm like, "What's Big Chicken?" And he's like, "I don't know, some chicken burger place that's pretty close to us." I'm like,
It's
"All right."
chicken and it's big.
And it's like
Fucking huge.
it's literally like the most. What is it? It's probably the most unhealthy fast food I've ever eaten, because it's just
Really?
like, yeah, you know, it's like a it's like a heart attack grill, but only chicken burgers.
I felt my
Because
body
when
physically
we got
react
the
to those
bag,
words.
the entire paper bag that it came in, the takeout was just covered in grease. The bottom was like a pool of grease.
Dude, that's
You
what happened
open it up.
to
What?
oh sorry, I'm gonna let you finish before I
Okay,
say
you
it.
open it up, you take out like these, you know, it's like the same containers that McDonald's puts their burgers in, like this cardboard
Right, like just
type
cardboard.
of box. And then you open it up, and this chicken, it's like orange-ish. It's like reddish almost, because it's just so filled with, and the grease is like red too. Like the grease that comes out of it is like red
That's not
colored.
good.
It's
That's not
it's
good.
weird. I don't know why it's
Was
red
it
colored.
like hot chicken?
No,
Was it seasoned?
it was very seasoned, heavily seasoned. I'm not gonna lie, James. The seasoning is okay. I like the seasoning, but it's
Salty.
just so greasy,
So much
James.
salt in the seasoning.
There's so much grease and fat on these burgers, and like the buns were designed to like not soak up anything. Like these buns, dude, they're like,
It's the
you know, like the
$1
really
butt
glazed
episode where
over buns.
They have to eat a sponge. It's just dripping with juice. That's you eating the chicken sandwich. Just
Yeah,
dripping
I
with
was eating it, and I was like, holy crap! I was like halfway into finishing my burger, because I don't like wasting food, even if it's like
Right.
gonna kill me. So I was halfway through eating this burger, and I could feel like my throat closing in from like it covered in like grease.
No.
Like it was getting hard to swallow with so much
That
grease.
big now.
And I was like, holy crap, this is like, oh my god, I can't handle this. I'm not gonna lie to you, James. My body's not built to handle fast food. I've eaten so little fast food in my entire life. I'm gonna die. But my
heart
roommate
is
was like, "Oh
stopped.
my god, this is the best thing I've ever eaten." I'm like, "Oh, I don't know, dude."
You're just sitting there staring blankly with a fucking 1,000-yard stare. Just, I can't. I think my heart stopped. So good.
It's literally it's so seasoned and it's so greasy. They didn't put any sauce on it. It's just bun, chicken,
Oh.
bun. It's bun, chicken, bun. There's no sauce on it
Gotta
because
put-
it's so greasy.
You have to put sauce on chicken sandwiches. There's no way you can't. It's like
I actually
it's
prefer
too
without
dry.
the sauce.
It's too dry without sauce.
That's the thing, James. That chicken wasn't dry. You know why it wasn't dry? Because it was just
Because of all the grease.
yeah, it was covered in grease, but the inside. I'm not gonna lie, James. If they didn't deep fry it, it would probably be really good chicken because it's like it's still
Probably.
juicy inside, and the chicken's okay. There's like a big chunk of chicken. I like the chicken. It's just too greasy.
It's big.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's owned by like Shaq
Spread
or
off.
something. Shaq made big chicken, I believe.
Shaq made big chicken. That makes
Yeah, you know the
sense.
basketball player.
Yes, dude. His
Actually, I could
hand
double
is-
check this real quick.
That's just a normal sized sandwich in his hand. Just
Yeah, it was a big
Perfect amount
big
of
chicken,
grease.
dude. It was a really big burger, man.
it's me,
It was
Shaquille
hefty.
O'Neal. It's me, Shaquille O'Neal, the new face of
Yeah,
Papa
it is
John's.
owned by Big Chicken, the 2-unit fast casual chain owned by NBA star Shaquille O'Neal.
2-unit. What?
What the fuck's a 2-unit fast casual chain?
What the fuck is Heat Syncope?
What the fuck is Heat Syncope?
But you telling me about that grease, like it just being like red and everything,
Yeah,
reminds me of in Face Jam when they had gone KFC.
They got KFC
And
in Space Jam?
No, Face Jam, the podcast.
Oh, sorry.
And they had gotten KFC, and it was so greasy from the chicken sandwiches that it had turned just everything at the bottom of the bag red, which included their receipt, which they needed to like compensate one of the workers who had paid for it.
Yeah.
Because it was a company thing, so he needed to get like the money back, but he couldn't because the receipt was literally erased from how much grease was on it.
Oh, so everything just came out of pocket for him.
Yeah, it was just completely like all the ink was gone. It was
just like melted. It's been dissolved by the grease.
Literally disintegrated by all the grease, and it was like stained orange and stuff.
Yeah,
and like all their napkins were stained from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this chicken place, I finally convinced my dad to get it again yesterday. And while getting it, when they give you the drinks, they fill it up all the way. And it's like,
so it's like it's gonna spill.
Nobody ever does that. And then they put the cap on it. And it's like, it's got that little bubble. And it's like, I like to put my straw in it when I get the drink because it's
right, that happens.
And it just
like blows
flooded into my cup holder. I'm like,
no.
I'm literally sitting at the drive-thru like,
Yeah, so
yeah,
that happens.
I had not gotten the food yet, so I had no napkins.
That happened to me the first time I ever had like a self-serve soda.
Yeah.
Like you'd be like, oh, I just fill up all the way. So you fill it up all the way, you put the straw in and it explodes. Yeah,
but
so
I then sat at the window for 10 minutes. Because the guy who was helping me was like, okay, here's your drink, man. And like I hear people laughing and I look over and I see him and somebody trade positions. And it's like 7 minutes later, they open up the window like, hi, what's your name? And I'm like, I'm James. I'm like,
what? Don't you have that podcast called Celluloid Slide?
Wait, aren't you that guy? Jesse Plemons, the actor.
Did he say that to you?
Yeah, I am. No, I'm wearing a mask. As if that would make any difference. No,
are you? Is your name by in fact Jesse?
Jesse's girl.
I'm a cigarette, Jesse's girl. Dude.
But like they changed workers and like he's like, you're James? Just give me a sec. She goes over, she looks at the order, and then I'm like sitting there, I'm like, there's 4 cars behind me. I've been here forever. Oh dear God.
You were that guy holding up the line, huh?
I only ordered 3 things.
You were that guy.
I'm just like, I only ordered 3 things. Oh no.
So what, they messed it up or something?
No, they gave me all the food, but it like they switched to another worker again.
Oh, okay.
And she came to the window holding the bag. She's like, here you go. Have a good day. And I'm like, oh, thanks. Are there napkins? And she had already closed the window. I'm like, oh. I'm just staring at the puddle of Dr. Pepper that's sitting in my cup holder like,
and it's just staring back at you.
I looked into the void and it blinked. So I was outside cleaning that and everything with a fucking wet wipe because I hadn't gotten a chance to clean it since and everything. So I'm like using a wet wipe cleaning and stuff, and then I'm like, okay, let's clean out all this like paper and stuff, like clean it all out, put it in the trash can. And all of a sudden these 2 kids on scooters ride up to me, drop their scooters and like walk up to my driveway, and I'm like standing there like, hi, and they're like,
great,
you have cool hair. I'm like, what? And they're like, your hair, it's really nice. I'm like, what?
Can I have it? And they pull out like scissors.
I was like, are you mocking me?
It's mine.
I couldn't tell if these kids were trying to fuck with me or not. She's like, your hair is really
probably
nice. I'm like, it's just, I was like to myself, I'm like, are they mocking me?
Thank God there's no kids in my neighborhood.
There's too many kids in my neighborhood, man.
There's like actually I wouldn't say they're kids, but there's like preteen girls that live on the end of the street, and they're always outside for some reason.
I wouldn't say they're kids, but there's these 2 30-year-olds who haggle me every time I go past them. Whoa, where are you going?
Yeah, they're always outside for some reason, even in like 110-degree heat. They're just outside.
Ugh.
Sometimes I go outside in like the morning or later in the day to just go on a walk right around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
To walk around. And I always see them there, and they're just sitting there on their lawn, doing nothing.
Right.
Yep.
So I got a compliment the other day.
Was it about your hair?
It was about my eyes.
Your hair's cool. Oh, right. You told me this.
Yeah, I was.
So, like, what was this? 2 days ago?
Yeah, 2 days ago. Again, me getting chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, so 2 days ago.
I mean, not Popeyes. Chick-fil-A.
Wait, no, it wasn't 2 days ago.
It was like 3.
It was 4 days ago.
4.
Yeah, so 4 days ago on Friday, you were talking to me about super conservative radio.
Dude, my dad found like the super conservative radio that all my coworkers listen to, and it's the most insane shit. Where it's just
we could
like
talk about that too. Super conservative radio, but then like all of a sudden you talk about super conservative radio, and the very next message is, "I just got told I have pretty eyes."
Yeah, so the super conservative radio was like in the middle of the day, and then like at dinner and everything, I was like, "Okay, Jim,
Check
it's my
this
day.
out.
You know, you want to hear some cool tunes?
Kill all the Democrats." It's like heavy metal, just putting stuff in the water, turning the frogs gay. Nobody can see what you're doing, James.
I know, but it's for you. But
Well, yeah, thanks.
I was in the middle of the day, and then after that, I get home, and my dad's like, "Oh, it's my day to cook, Jim, but go get Chick-fil-A." I'm like, "Sure." So I go there and everything. It's a kind of long line, so I'm like not in the mood. It's like I wanted to do stuff that day and everything. I'm just
You went to a Chick-fil-A?
yeah, I had to go to a Chick-fil-A because he's like, "Go to Chick-fil-A, Jim." Like,
What if you secretly went to KFC instead?
they would never know. Why is this chicken bad?
Maybe they're just having a bad day.
Why do these mashed potatoes taste like wallpaper? Why are all these ingredients bad? Why can't I read the
Why is my
receipt?
mashed potato pink?
Why are my hands stained orange?
Where's the receipt? But yeah, you're waiting in line.
Yeah, I go to Chick-fil-A, waiting in line, like waiting for a worker and everything. And it's like they're weirdly going back and forth on like who's getting their orders taken. And like the lady, like first I'm like sitting there with my window down and my mask on, just like kind of nodding my head because I had some music playing. And she walks past me, like looks at me and then keeps walking. And she comes back and she's like, "Oh wait, shit, did somebody take your order?" I'm like, "No, nobody yet, ma'am." And she's like, "Oh, okay. What can I get you?" And I tell her my order and everything. And there's like no talking and everything. I had not made eye contact with this person once because I am horrible at making eye contact because I don't know the proper amount of time.
You're like, what, are you socially awkward when it comes to eye contact?
Unless I know you, I can't talk to you.
Really? It didn't seem that way to me, James. Maybe I don't remember the first time I met you.
Hi, I'm James.
Hi, James. Here.
Why are you sweating so much?
It's hot out, you know.
It's the middle of winter.
It's January. When I say it's hot, it's hot.
Honk, honk, honk.
So yeah, you're not making eye contact?
I'm not making eye contact. I'm like barely talk to her and everything. She leaves and like I'm sitting there and everything. She comes back. She's like, "By the way, you have really pretty eyes." And she just walks away like, wait, hold on.
Yeah, James, your pretty brown eyes.
Pretty shit eyes.
You're very pretty dark colored brown eyes, dude.
And I felt good for a couple of 10 minutes as I waited in that line.
Yeah, you know that was the trick.
That was the trick.
Customer service at its finest.
They're like, "Oh, you have pretty eyes." I'm like, "Thank you." Ah, fuck! I didn't see the line in front of me. No. Dude, it's so fucked because it was like a car had to stop because it was like 3 cars piled up, and then at the entrance it was like all the other cars that had already gotten their orders while they waited. It's like, we have to wait here until one of these guys decides to move forward for everybody else.
I'm waiting in line.
But like I get home and like I'm giving all the food out and everything. I'm like all like smiling because I'm like I haven't
What
gotten
happened
a
to you,
compliment.
Jim?
I haven't gotten a compliment since I was a boy. And
Compliments are rare these days.
I'm all happy, and I'm like, yeah, but the person who took my order said I have pretty eyes, and my dad's like,
Just bursts out laughing. All right, put on the new episode of Riverdale.
he's like, they shouldn't tell you stuff like that. I'm like, what? Because I think he assumed it was a guy.
Wow.
And she's like, oh, and then like the entire dinner and everything, I'm like all happy, and he's like, yeah, I
Stop
see
that.
how everything's going, and just kept making eye puns the whole time, and like, yeah, Jim, you got a real good eye for that. And I'm just sitting there, just,
I like Riverdale. That was a good one, huh? I.
I like Riverdale. Tell
Yeah.
me, JD, can you tell that I like Riverdale?
What, is that the first compliment you gotten in a while?
Yeah, dude, I haven't gotten a compliment in a long time, and it felt really nice. And my dad's just like fucking running me through the shit about it.
Yeah, he's just
He's
blow
just- I
drying
lost-
you.
Like, it has no context this conversation, so he's just like made all these jokes. I'm like, I was feeling good, man.
You should
Why'd
just
you-
turn to him and been like, oh, you know what? Dry up.
You-
Dry up. They just say that to, it like means absolutely nothing, but you'll probably take it as an insult.
Something because I made dinner time and I made steaks, and he's like, steak's really dry, and I'm like, fuck.
Dry up.
You're gonna hear the end of it. Dry up.
That's gonna be my like fuck you instead. Instead of saying fuck you, my PG version is gonna be dry up.
Oh, dude. Okay, after I finish this story and everything, I'll tell you something else. But my sister was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Because like I was having a good day. He's like, "Oh, I didn't do anything. I didn't do it." I'm like, "I haven't got a compliment in forever. Why'd you have to do this?" And I was just like, "What the fuck is going on?"
What the hell's happening?
Why?
Yeah.
On this podcast I really like called the Auntie Donna podcast.
Yeah.
They have a
Never heard of
podcast, by
it.
the way. They had this episode where they were writing a email to Hungry Jack's, which is their version of Burger King, which to them is like McDonald's is for Americans
Yep.
because they're Australians and stuff.
Okay, so
And,
they got Hungry Jacks.
Yeah, Hungry Jack's, and they in like 7 years ago they had sent them an email like, "Hey, we'd like to buy one of your like buildings."
Oh, so
It's
they
still
want to
yours.
purchase like a franchise
just-
or something?
Yeah, they were like, "We want to be franchisees,"
Yeah.
and then they left it alone until they got their Netflix show.
And then they got
like-
the reply 7 years later.
No, they had heard nothing, and so they sent another email that's like, "Hey, just following up. We're on Netflix now. Don't know if you know. We're
Just
Netflix
following
boys." And then they like their email was so ununderstandable because it was like
Incoherent?
incoherent. Because it was three people telling it. It was one person in the write down, and then you occasionally had another guy who was just like, "Oh, what if it was this?" They're like, "Oh yeah, do that."
Oh yeah. Put that in there too.
Oh.
Oh.
It's- Oh, sorry. Bruce Green might be giving away Xbox right now.
Oh, no worries.
So I'm trying to listen and see if I want it.
Double Xbox action.
I might give it to you.
Hailing Halo and Halo at the same
That
time.
way
I already have an
we can play Halo
Xbox
finally.
though. Don't worry, James. You can sell it on Etsy or something. Get enough money to buy a computer.
Yeah, Etsy, the place
A
where
better
you sell
computer.
Xboxes, not eBay. But in their email, they kept saying the words "fuck off" all the time. And then they were like, "Hey, can you go back through and change every fuck off to say far out?" And it would just be like the context of the sentence would no longer make any sense because it would be that, and there'd just be far out.
Far
And, like,
off.
At the beginning of every sentence said hungry, and at the end of every sentence it said Jack's.
Yeah.
It's so fucking funny because it's the dumbest shit. And then by the end of it, like, can you actually take every paragraph before the last paragraph and make it 4 size font? And then the next one was bolded in like 20, like 30 font or something.
God, the formatting is terrible and everything.
It's giving it away.
Oh. Live, huh?
Live.
How do you know? He's just gonna send you an email or something?
He's going to announce it.
Okay. Should I be quiet for this, or
No, you can keep going. I'm just also trying to like.
you can focus. I'll just talk. But yeah, so since we're on the topic of compliments, I used to get compliments when I was working and interacting with people.
Okay.
Of course, it's been a while since I haven't actually talked to many people in the past like year and a half. But when I was working,
Eons.
there was one particular compliment that kind of weirded me out because of how often I got it. And it was the one where it's like, it would just be like these random people. Actually, it would mostly be like middle-aged women.
Yeah.
It'd be middle-aged women who come up to me and I'm like at the cashier.
Women are doing that, man.
At the cashier or something. I'm like cashing them out, like totaling their like value or something. And then they'll come up to me and they'll be like, "You smell really good. What kind of deodorant do you use?" And I'm like, "Huh, that's a weird compliment." The first time I got it, I was just like, "Oh, you know, thanks." And I was like, "Oh, you know, I'm just taking the compliment normally." Like, "Oh, you know, thank you." I don't use deodorant. That's the weird thing, James. I've gotten this compliment many times, and it's all from middle-aged women.
You smell good. Very son.
What do you say like that is so weird? But that's
because it already is weird.
It kind of is weird, right?
It already is.
And here's the thing, right? I don't know if it's just my constitution or how I'm built.
Real pretty eyes there, boy.
But it's no what was it? It's not like a secret that I'm Asian and that
You're what?
never mind. Ignore that. But
You're
yeah,
telling me that 2D character doesn't probably.
it might just be the way I'm built. But like I just don't stink, James. I don't have like a body odor that is distinct. So my thought process is, you know, if I don't stink and nobody ever notices it, then I just shouldn't wear deodorant because I don't need it. So I don't need to buy it.
Shady.
I mean, it doesn't kill germs or anything. It just makes you smell like deodorant. And since I don't smell anything, I'm like, all right, I just won't use deodorant and see how long I can get away with it. And then, while I was working, of course, I don't use deodorant. So I was just working. If anything, I smelled like popcorn or something, because I don't have like a scent of my own. Other scents kind of overpower. Other scents stick to me really easily. So if I was working in a movie
like
theater,
symbiotes that just get stuck to you.
yeah. So like if I was around like
venom.
popcorn for an amount of time, I'd smell like popcorn. So then I was just like working at the cashier, and I've gotten this multiple times. They would just come up to me and be like, "You smell really good. What kind of deodorant do you use? Or like, what kind of perfume do you use?" I'm like, I don't know if I would say I smell good. I kind of smell like popcorn right now, but yeah, I don't use any. And then they'll like multiple times they'll be like, "You're lying. You're definitely using something," and they'll lean in on me and like making me really uncomfortable.
Damn, I smell like butter and grease.
They'll lean in on me and they'll sniff me, and then they'll be like, "No, you definitely have some. You definitely smell really good. What is it that you use?" And I'm like, "I can't tell you. It's a secret. Women's perfume." And then
Secret. The secret is it's all a lie.
Secret is these nuts.
Secret is run.
Wake up. Wake up.
Run. Wake up. Run.
So yeah. Yeah, and I also told my roommate that too. I was like, listen, dude, I have a thing where I don't use deodorant, and if I smell bad at all, you need to tell me. So then I will use it, right?
Listen, fucker, you need to put me in my place.
And then the entire semester passes, and at the end he was like he was like really truthful with me. He was like, "Dude, when you told me you didn't use deodorant, I was kind of afraid because
when you told me you didn't use deodorant, I was like, who the fuck is this guy?"
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, this guy's probably super unhygienic. God, like probably smell like shit the entire time." But then he says to me like, "Honestly, I just didn't smell anything from you the entire time. You come back from like the gym after like an intense workout session and you smell like nothing."
You smell like butterflies.
No, I didn't smell it like butterflies. I just smell like nothing.
Rainbows.
I just don't have a scent. So then, yeah, you know, to this day, I still have never used deodorant. So
Never.
There was a time I was going to consider using it
What
when I was
are
in,
you?
when I was in wrestling. When I was in, you know how I was in wrestling in high school, right, James?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was in wrestling, and that was the only time I considered using it. It was because when I wrestled against my friends, they'd smell like shit. So then I would smell like shit, and I would notice it because smells rub off on me. So I was like, shit, I smell like shit. Maybe I should use deodorant. But then directly after practice, I would just go home and shower anyway, so
Right.
didn't really need it. Just wash off the scent. But yeah, I would get that. You know, I'd get that compliment in wrestling too. I'd use no deodorant, and then like the people I'd wrestled, they'd be like, JD, you never smell like shit. What deodorant do you use? And I'm like, oh, shit, not this again.
That's my secret, Cap.
That's my secret, Cap.
I'm always no deodorant.
I always smell good.
Mark Ruffalo looks and seems like a normal man until he talks. No need for that, Asian woman. I don't
think that's what he sounds like.
They literally made a what if episode with him in it, and he literally talks like, no need for that, Mr. Roman. You don't want me to get angry.
I don't have cutoffs, but why do I keep waking up in cutoffs? So let me get this right. Cutoffs going in, no cutoffs going in, cutoffs coming out. Yes.
Yes.
What, did Tony Stark not contact you? Hey, what's up, T-Bone? How many times I gotta tell you that what are your little piss of your party? I'm not gonna join it. Mark Ruffalo, cutoff guy. Come on, James, you know what I'm talking about. What?
You've talked about this so much, but I have no fucking clue what you talk about. I just think it's such a funny.
It's because it's a hilarious bit, James. It's Mark Ruffalo talking to.
My secret, Cap. It's always a bit.
It's Mark Ruffalo talking to Chris Hemsworth.
It's the Thor thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the Team
I
Thor.
know what you mean now.
And they're at the cafe, and then his line when it cuts to that scene is, I don't wear cutoffs, but I keep waking up in cutoffs. That's his line.
Okay, I remember it now.
I thought it was hilarious because I think it was directed by Taika Waititi.
Right, because
it was promoting
Oh my God.
Ragnarok.
I think that was made like years before Ragnarok, though.
Yeah, it was made right after Civil War, I think.
Right. Even maybe during, technically.
Yeah, I guess during, yeah.
Oh my God. Is that what got him the directing role of Ragnarok?
Maybe, because I'm pretty sure Taika Waititi did that. It definitely feels like his humor.
Dude, I can't wait till he makes fucking the Akira live action movie.
Is he gonna direct that?
Yeah, he's directing it, and he's confirmed that he's gonna be doing an all Asian cast and everything, so
Wow.
he won't be like whitewashing any of the characters. Though I will say,
Can we
I have been
blackwash them instead?
I have been tweeting Mr. Taika saying I will play the doctor that gets slimed. Kill number 16 of the movie.
Kill 16? That's me.
There is a kill count on YouTube that I verified with. He is kill number 16. There's a doctor that walks up to the kid who has the superpowers, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing now yourself?" He just gets turned into fucking slime and just fucking and it's like so just suddenly gory. And it's like, oh.
Mhm.
I'm like, type Mr. Waititi, I will pay for my own ticket to fly out to wherever you're filming this. I will pay for my own room and board. I ask for nothing other than
Please,
to be the
I will pay you in order to be kill number 16.
I will suck your dick.
Kill number 16.
Kill number 16, the doctor that gets
Number
slimed.
15. Scientists get slimed.
His literal only thing is that he shows up and he's like, "Hey, what's that? Hey kid, you can't be out in the hall."
You can't be out in the
But it's like it's the most gory kill of the movie, and it's like that's why I want it. It's like
I see.
boom.
Is
Not
that
the most gory.
I don't think I've ever seen Akira, but I've seen a clip.
It is so fucking good.
I've seen a clip of what I believe to be Akira, which is like this really like gory like mass of just gore expanding out. Like this dude turns into like a big mass of gore.
Yeah,
or something.
that's
Is that what
one
Akira
of
is
the
from?
characters.
I mean,
Yeah,
from Akira.
yeah.
Huh.
That's from Akira. That's literally the ending of the movie. There's two.
Oh.
There's technically two final battles between the characters of Kaneda and I think Takeshi or something.
Yeah, like just
And
one of the dudes just like, I guess
That's the one.
He's got like a gore arm or something, and then
It's like at
he
first
just
it's a
blows
robot.
up, kind of.
At first, it's this cool robot arm that he makes, and I'm like, iconic.
Yeah.
Firstly, and then he just turns into a massive like meat and just machine, and he just starts expanding until he blows up.
It's pretty. It's pretty
Oh my
disgusting.
god, dude! That scene has literally the saddest death of that entire movie in it.
Really?
Yeah, it's this
I
girl
guess,
who's
is
just
it
trying to like.
spoilers for it, or
Do you mind if I spoil it?
I don't care.
Okay. Yeah, spoilers for it.
Okay.
It's this girl who's like trying to protect the guy who like expanded and everything the entire movie. He was like his girlfriend technically and everything.
Yeah.
And it was so sad because like she had found him in the stadium after the entire movie, like all the events and everything. She had like been beat up and stuff with him and everything, and she'd been looking for him ever since because he got taken away by the military.
Right.
Because he has psychic powers and everything. And she finds him and he's like, "Hey, are you okay?" He's like, "I need help." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do whatever I need to help you," and everything, trying to be nice. And then he expands.
Scientist.
Dude, no, he expands, she gets caught up in it.
Yeah.
And it's like you just get a close up of her like being trapped inside yelling for help, and like the guy's like, "I can hear her. She's yelling, she's begging for help, you gotta help her, and everything." And it's just then you just see her just fucking explode because she was squished so hard. It's just like,
Oh, so she like freaking implodes.
holy shit, she explodes. And it's like, again, the saddest death in that whole movie. Not stress it enough. If you watch it, it's like you'll be like, oh, like I don't really feel anything for all these other people. It's like you get to her and she's like, why are we here?
That's
Just
a
to
big
suffer. Yeah, you're just like,
Why are we here? Just
it was
get
really
crushed to death by expanding gore, man.
expanding psycho gore, man.
Why does he expand into gore?
He can't handle his psychic abilities, and they've been slowly poisoning and like expanding his head. You see that in the movie that like his head has slowly been getting
so
bigger
his
and bigger.
His head is getting bigger.
Yeah, like his head and his like
Forehead
body is
getting
becoming
bigger.
more like it's becoming more lanky, and like his head's getting bigger and just more disproportionate. He's becoming more like ghouly and stuff. And then like in that scene after he like loses his arm, it's just like he can't handle it anymore. He's supposed to be taking a special medication to suppress it.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been taking it at all, and he's just been going full force with the psychic powers and everything the entire time and stuff. And so it's like in that moment it's just like snapped, and it's just
Boom. Yeah. He dies then, right?
yeah. But he lives on in the spirit world.
Of course there's a spirit world.
Dude, that movie has a fucking banging soundtrack, and I swear to God, it has a recorder in it. You know, like from elementary school.
Yeah,
when they would make
like one of those
recorders.
instruments.
It has a recorder in it, and it rules.
I don't know how. Man, I don't think I've heard any music that I think I really liked that had a recorder in it, because it just sounds so distinctly bad. Unless that's just from my memory.
But it's not good, but it's like it's so unique that it makes it good in this and everything. It's like it gives.
Like, there might be a recorder sound that sounds good. But...
It literally, I have to say this: the music of this movie inspired one of my friends so much that he made a whole song just purely based on how much like this music.
He made a
Akira and
song.
stuff. He made a song purely based on like the music from Akira and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I took a bunch of my friends to go see this, like at the beginning of COVID when it wasn't really a big thing and you could still go to theaters.
Yeah.
And we all went. And I bought tickets because it was like the 75th anniversary. And they're like, oh, I've never watched it. Like, firstly, never came and see a movie with me. That was the first time and everything. I bought tickets for everyone because it was like I had the money at the time and everything. And I was like, guys, I want to show you a fucking masterpiece.
Guys, get ready to have your minds blown.
Good. It was so fucking good.
Right, well, I guess I have to write that down on a list of movies I have to watch.
Good
Add
shit.
it on right after Jack and Jill. Can you imagine watching a terrible movie like Jack and Jill and then watching Akira? The difference.
It's the Yakuza song just playing in your head the whole time. Just no 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 so no.
Da-ba-da-da. That one.
Just no no no.
You like fist pumping really slowly.
just you work through this movie. Watch Akira. This is your reward.
You know that Berserk sad theme that I have on my Twitch stream. It's that theme. Play
Horny.
just Also, can you stop spamming sound alerts on my Twitch stream?
No.
I'm about to
JD.
remove that one that you keep spamming.
JD, you better replace it with something good.
I'll replace all of them with like really short sound alerts. Like
Oh,
literally as short as like the
ooh.
high sound
Ooh,
alert.
you don't even have the sound alerts turned on for yourself. It says it at the beginning of the stream.
I don't
You
know
don't
why
have
it
it
says it
turned-
because it is turned on. Like
Really?
yeah,
you don't
it-
even seem to react to it most of the time, too.
Well, because I'm ignoring it, James. I mean, I'm like, if I'll ignore it, then he'll probably just
Crazy.
stop doing it, which is right. You do it like 3 times in a row, and I'll just pretend to not react to it. But I'm like, it's full blast in my ears. It's actually quieter in the stream because I've turned it down. I've turned the volume down for the stream, but I can't
Right.
turn it down on my end. So it's like
Okay.
full blast volume in my ears every
I will
time you
stop
spam it.
spamming it
Yeah.
if you take away the limit. I will not spam it, I
That-
swear.
You know how counterintuitive that is, though, right?
I won't spam it, but I would like to be able to use it more. I won't spam it. And I won't use it like within a minute of each other or anything.
Really?
I'll take
Well, I
time.
mean, you can't. I put a cooldown on it.
Exactly.
Wait, are you talking about the hard limit of like 10 or something?
Yeah.
I actually didn't even know there was a hard limit because on my end, I don't think I can actually control
So how long
minute.
is your cooldown on it?
2 minutes.
Oh, boo.
I put 2 minutes on it because at first I was like no cooldown. You could just do whatever you want to because sound alerts are cool for streams. And then you came in and was spamming it like it was like literally like 10 minutes of just straight sound alerts. So I was like, fuck, I gotta put some limits on this. Actually, I increased the cooldown for the last stream. It's now 5 minutes. You can only use it once every 5 minutes.
I didn't win the Xbox, by the way.
Oh, that feels bad. It was a good try.
Yeah.
though. But yeah, I might have to do a little bit more. I have to look into a bit more to see if I can get rid of the limit because it doesn't give me an option to change limit. It only gives me an option to change cooldown
I'm going to take this rage out on you, JD, now.
of not winning this Xbox.
Hellfire shall rain upon thee. And they shall know, man.
And they shall know that librarian is wife of Didact.
You are librarian. Wife of Didact.
You are master of the chiefs, enemy of Didact.
Oh. I've been messing around with the Cortana memory chip from Halo this whole time.
Is that
by
what
the
that
way.
is?
Yeah, it's a 3D printed unpainted version.
Oh, I thought that was like a freaking. It was like a clip for like a bed, like a loaf of bread or something.
Oh, I was gonna say like a cigar cutter, like a.
Is there a cigar cutter? What?
Yeah, it's a really weird thing where you like get it and then you cut off the edge of the cigar because that's how you're supposed to do it for some
You're
reason.
supposed to cut the cigar?
Yeah, and also when you
I mean,
smoke
of
a
course you are. I
cigar-
smoke it every day. God, man, I just love me some tobacco, dude, in my system.
Well, so apparently when you smoke cigars, like the edge where you put it in your mouth,
Hmm.
it leaves flakes that can sometimes get stuck on your teeth.
Well, I mean, the whole point of smoking cigars is not exactly to be healthy.
No, but it's also like that is disgusting that it just flakes off onto you like that.
It is. Smoking in general is just disgusting.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah. It's absolute. It's not only is it bad for you, it's disgusting, and it does not make you look cool.
Dude, me,
Contrary to
you-
popular belief.
me and my brother Frank dunk on Chris every time he leaves the room because
You smoke?
Yeah, to vape.
Oh, vape.
Because he's such a fucking loser at the way he does it. He just fucking just like fucking blowing in our face. And when I used to be in the truck with him, he would do it and then he'd blow it to his right, and I would be on his right. So it'd just be like, we have no AC in our truck, so we have to have the windows down all the time. And it'd just be,
Yeah.
as I'm like trying to like cool down, it's just his breath mixed with fucking smoke, like vape air, just hitting my face. And it's just like, I smell, and I'm like, I smell like whatever the fuck that is supposed to be, Chris. It's fucking hot. Just
Oh, smells like jackass.
What?
Ah,
I'll kill you.
if you do that one more time, you die.
I'm about to fucking lose it.
You ever consider doing that fat man voice to your coworkers?
No.
Can they be
I
creeped
wouldn't-
out by anything?
I would never do the my voice impressions in front of my coworkers except for the impression of my dad. I do nothing else because I'm like, I do not want them to know.
You should
They
try and do
don't deserve
impressions
it.
of themselves to them. Whenever you talk to one of them, just do an impression of them.
Oh, hold on. I've done impressions of Blake right to his face. Oh, well, yeah, I see.
That's just,
That's what his voice is like.
he's like talking to you like, hey Jim, you stream right? And you can like look him in the face. You're like, yeah, I do. I stream all the time. What are you doing, Jim? What do you mean what I'm doing?
You
doing
play the
nothing.
Halo. You play the Halo, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, cool. Good talk. And he's like,
Okay. Great
so,
talk.
are you playing against some elites? I'm like, no, in Halo 3, you're playing against brutes. And he's like, Halo 3? I'm like, what the fuck?
What? There's 3 of them now.
I'm like, there's 6, not including the other ones. He's like, I've been out of this for so long. I'm in the back of my pickup with a shotgun and a spotlight.
By the way,
killing
how's
critters.
his 6 situation? Don't tell me he's
I don't know.
haven't heard from him in a while.
Fingers crossed.
Haven't heard from him in a while, huh?
I haven't heard from Blake ever since he said he got new symptoms from the COVID.
I haven't heard from him ever since he said the COVID got worse.
Apparently our coworkers are trying to sue our boss because he said on government jobs they will be mandated to have vaccines if they're going to be on the site. If they don't have a
Yeah.
vaccine, they can't work on the site, so they're going to have to get somebody else. Like, that's discrimination. You can't make us get shots. And he's like,
Isn't
I'm
that
not.
like a
but you,
is that a state thing or a federal thing?
it might be a federal thing.
It's a
If-
federal. If it's what? So they're suing the federal government then?
No, because they're not suing the company that's like we're doing the job for. They're suing us
Oh,
for having them like be vaccinated for that.
even though they're required
not
to.
allowing- If you're working that job, you have to be. So it would be like they can't work it unless they are, and they would have to get other people in, and like to be vaccinated, you have to get one shot, and then you have to get another shot 3 weeks later, and everything.
I don't think I've met someone in person who's like super against it.
Dude,
Mostly because
every-
I'm in college
every
and everybody's
day.
with it. So
Every day.
goddamn day.
It's just like I'm at work, and it's just Chris like I ain't getting a vaccine.
Well, then you ain't working. The fuck's that supposed to mean, Jim?
It's so fucking funny that Blake said, yeah, as kids they tell us not to take drugs from strangers. 1 week later he has COVID and he's hospitalized.
1 week later, hospital.
He is terminal. It's like,
You're terminal, Blake.
they tell us not to take drugs from strangers.
Should have taken those drugs from strangers.
Dude, Frank can never know this because he doesn't know he knows about the podcast, but he doesn't know the name. He can never know that I said this, but Frank literally turned to me and he's like, I used to buy meth from Blake. And I'm like, oh, okay, so that makes it even more like that's how they met. It's like,
I see.
oh, so strangers.
Strangers.
No, sorry, not meth, cocaine.
Okay.
Better for you.
I mean, I don't know. Might as well be the same thing in my mind.
Dude, we have so many posters at work that are like, don't do meth. Meth is bad. And I'm like, I wonder who this is
why
talking.
all these posters are here.
I wonder who this is specifically for. So I turn around the corner and look at little string bean, green bean Greg, just coked out his head, just dragging all up the veins, just. I'm gonna kill you. I didn't realize my dad was warning me of him when he told me I'd be working a night job with him. When he's like, because I thought he said Craig, which was another one of our coworkers who we had beef with, but no, he said Greg. He said, "Be aware, Greg may try to push you into live traffic." And I'm like, that's funny. He's like, no, that's not funny. It's real.
So your father worked in that place before too?
Oh God, yeah,
Okay.
nepotism.
It's real.
Somebody told that straight to my face when they were like, "Oh, who's the new guy?" Because we were working like a job on a highway and everything.
Yeah.
It was at night. And they were meeting up with coworkers, and they like looked at my brother like, "Oh, who's the new guy?" And he's like, "My little brother." He's like, "Oh, nepotism all up in this fucking place." And then
Nepotism, everything in this bitch.
and I didn't know what the word nepotism meant at the time, and I'm like, "What the fuck does that mean?" He's like, "Oh, it means just family working with family." I'm like, "Oh."
Oh,
He's
okay.
like, "Yeah, they do the same fucking thing over there, though." I'm like, "Oh, okay, so it's just this whole game. We're
Damn,
all
dude.
the same."
I hope I don't experience nepotism.
Stay away from the microwave, JD. Oh wait, sorry. Your computer gives off radiation.
JD, you can't have your computer in a room. It gives off radiation when you're sleeping.
How does it even work?
You'll die.
What?
Yeah, dude. They won't tell me how it works, dude. They'll just tell me to Google it.
JD, rub the salt on your elbow to keep you from getting COVID.
And you gotta eat your vegetables to keep you from from getting COVID.
What?
Like, I'm not a kid. You don't have to lie to me. I'm gonna eat my vegetables anyway.
Mom, I like broccoli. You don't have to lie to me. No, but cheese.
Mom, I'm
Trick
okay
the
with eating
mind.
vegetables. In fact, your vegetables taste better than your meat, so just stick with that, huh? She can't cook meat.
Ooh.
I don't know why she keeps insisting on cooking seafood when she can't cook seafood. Have you ever tasted like really badly cooked seafood?
I have.
It's
My dad gave me fish tacos once.
Yeah, it's bad, man. Mine
Combination
prefers
bad, man.
mine prefers shrimp and salmon. And if you have badly cooked shrimp and salmon, my god, it tastes awful, dude.
Bad shrimp is the fucking
You know, like
worst.
really sea
It
tasting
fucks you
salmon.
up.
Shrimp in particular is pretty bad. I wouldn't say it's not like undercooked, right? It's just like badly cooked.
I'd
It's like
prefer
tastes
overcooked
bad.
shrimp over undercooked, dude.
Of course, you know. Well, I mean, one of the problems that she's super like what was it? She's super cautious when it comes to accidentally undercooking, that she overcooks everything. Which is why it's totally fine if it's vegetables. Like it's overcooked, whatever. It doesn't really make
crispy.
change. It doesn't really change the taste too much. But when it's meat, like dude, like super overcooked steak, god, it tastes awful. It's literally like
that's
leather. You're like trying to eat leather. That's what it tastes like. Leather that has like very lightly salted leather.
Fucking dumb thought ran through my brain. Nearly said it aloud like a fucking idiot right there. I had to stop myself. I don't know if you saw me. Like
I saw you gonna cut in. I saw you were gonna cut in there.
I was like,
Can you say what you're about to say, or
I was gonna say leather like Michael Keaton's face.
what?
Dude, it's like I never thought of it until I saw the Spider-Man movie that he's in, and I'm like, there's so many close-ups, and all I can think is, his face looks like fucking leather.
Leather
It's-
face.
It's literally leather face, and I'm like, it's really off-putting.
Hmm.
It's really distracting.
CG man.
He's a good actor.
Extra
and I'm like,
aging.
he's a good
He's
actor.
a good actor,
man.
good at acting like leather.
It's like a fucking handbag.
Jesus, James.
Just
God,
no-
you're fucked up, dude.
That's what
Why
I
are you
can
laughing?
say.
That's really messed up.
You're laughing. You're laughing.
You're laughing. This man looks like leather, and you're laughing.
I know.
I know. Well, why'd you do it? Why'd you laugh at him? Cause he looks like leather. You're horrible. No, you're horrible.
I'm tired of pretending it's not funny.
Wow. Your life is a comedy? Well, we live in a society, James.
We live in the Matrix.
And it's only a matter of time before everybody has
Very son.
encountered the COVID at least once.
Very son. We live in a society.
If you live in any major city, an urban person, then you're going to encounter it at least once, because everybody meets everybody, and it's going to transfer to everybody eventually. That's just how the math works. So if you're not vaccinated right now, get yourself vaccinated.
On iFunny, some guy's like, I ain't gonna get vaccinated. I'm like, man, you should get vaccinated though. And everyone's like, yeah, what happened to my body, my choice? And I'm like, what?
Sure.
I'm sorry. Is that what you're going with? And
Me. My body,
Yeah.
my choice, my body.
he made a very, very horrible comment about gays.
Yeah.
It was horrible. I'm just sitting there like, only
Oh,
one
no.
way to respond to this, and I sent him the video of the kid yelling, "Stop sending me videos of black dudes kissing. It's turning me on." I'm like, there's only one way to respond.
There's only one way. Stop sending me pictures of black people kissing. Is it that one picture of like
Black dudes.
black dudes? If there's like, was there a picture of? It's like the picture of the black dude who's kissing
Yeah, I know.
himself.
Yes.
You know that one? That's a really hilarious picture.
It's turning me on.
Well, with that
And
being
he
said,
He went radio silent after that. I'm like,
conservative
yeah.
radio silent. Do you want to talk about that real quick before we end, or?
Okay, conservative radio is the most insane thing because it's like one guy who's just, and it's just one lady who's just, and the devil has created Jeff Bezos'
Well, it's like how-
nanomachines.
It's the same of like super religious radio, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Because
But JD,
generally they go
this
hand
is
in
dialed
hand.
up to a 10.
Oh yeah.
Conservative radio, I'd say,
The
is at
devil.
like a 6. This shit was at a 10.
Okay.
It was insane and just off the rails the entire time. Me and my brother, we went and got lunch and we just sat in the car listening to it, just like, this is fucking insane.
By the way, is you and your brothers like? Is your
A comedy
brothers
show?
and
Yes.
family like a conservative too? Like like your coworkers, or?
No, I wouldn't say my oldest brother Frank is liberal, but I would say he's an extremist.
He's an extremist?
Not conservative, not liberal, but liberal ideas mostly.
Hmm.
I wouldn't say my other brother is a conservative either. I wouldn't say he's liberal either because I wouldn't say he's very SJW.
Well, like most normal people, just not super far leaning on any side.
Yeah, well, maybe a bit.
I see.
To the right. So I'm leaning to the left.
I like how you say to the right, but because it's mirrored on my end, you just went off to the left.
To the right. But my dad probably is the most conservative person in our family.
Yeah.
To the point that my sister dyed her hair purple. He's just,
Yeah. He's like shaking. Oh, that death stare, dude.
Yeah, it was just like, just her dyeing like the tips of her hair purple. Just, what have you done? I'm ready to kill you now.
The devil!
The devil is but.
Do you play that devil game just like James?
Dude, the lady was just yelling like the guy's like, and Bill Gates, we all know it's Bill Gates' favorite technology, nanomachines. And the lady's like, the guy's like, Betty, have you heard any of this? And she's like, oh, I've heard it all right. I'm aware. Bill Gates, he's putting those nanomachines in the vaccines, and every time you get injected, thousands of those things just go shooting into your bloodstream, waiting for the second dose to activate them. And you're like, oh shit,
pretty good.
nanomachines, son. I'm just the guy from Metal Gear Solid, just nanomachines, son.
Nanomachines. Hold on a second.
Insane people. Oh, Jay's gone. Let me tell you how conservative. Stop sending me pic.
Whoa,
Stop sending me
James!
pictures
I'm
of dudes
seeing
kissing.
that you're doing something here.
Don't
All
stop
right,
sending
I'm
me
back.
pictures of dudes kissing. It's not turning me
What are you
on.
doing? Are you promoting that crazy conservative shit on my podcast again?
Yes.
Audience, please.
A wink.
There is no
Conservative.
nanomachines in the vaccine. Trust me. It's not a trap. I swear. What if that's how Bill Gates talked? Guys, I
That's
have to
how-
say this.
Dude, I've never heard Jeff Bezos talk until recently, and like when I heard it, I'm like, that's very familiar.
I've heard that from before. God,
Hey,
when I was watching Superman, he's the bald guy.
And save me from Daddy's fist.
No man up above saved me from Daddy's fists.
Okay, we absolutely do have to do a
commentary track on that movie.
commentary track for Batman vs. Superman just so we can dub over all of Lex Luthor's lines going, didn't save me from Daddy's.
I'm just gonna add Daddy's fists on every end of his lines. So how much is this kryptonite? Is it as
Didn't
much
save me from
as Daddy's fists? Either that or Granny's peach tea.
Devils didn't come from down below. They came from the sky above.
They came from Daddy's fists. God, man, that's so fucked up. But yeah, the super conservative radio just rants all the time.
It's so fucking yes. And then it like cuts like 30 minutes of commercials and just like
Jesus.
You're on weight. And it's like cuts back and it's like, here's an hour straight of the most bullshit you've ever heard.
Wait, is there one guy on the radio who's just
is
like,
that what that's like?
normal? Is everyone crazy on it?
They have green goo they inject you with when you get hurt in the military. What?
What is this, Resident Evil?
Technology.
Green goo.
You don't understand what they've done to me. But I've seen the people I've killed, sir.
When you picked up your camera, it became super pixelated. So it's like
I've seen.
Jesus Christ.
Give me a second, I gotta.
My God. Yeah, it's messed up, man.
I've seen what they've done to us. They're injecting Bill
That's like the
Gates into
complete
all of us.
opposite from my experiences with
Listen, sir.
religious things.
Bill Gates is inside us.
Bill Gates is inside of us? Is that what you just said? God damn it. Yeah, dude. Bill Gates is on my computer right now.
Excuse me,
Windows.
sir. Bill Gates is Excuse me, sir. Hey, audience.
Man, I can't wait.
You boy.
I can't wait to actually have nanomachines in my body.
Nano machine.
You'll finally kill me.
son.
I can finally die.
Fucking just fuck it. New camera angle.
I use nanomachines to cure cancer.
Okay, guys, we're gonna be dominating in Halo today.
You know what? I think this recording's been going too long because you're actually becoming more insane. I don't. You know, James.
I'm out of order.
Every time.
Oh, out of order.
Every time I hang out with you, it's the same. It's the same experience as when you hang out with your coworkers. That's how I feel like.
I need somebody to understand.
Well,
You
that
won't
person is
understand
definitely
otherwise.
not. You won't understand until I show
You
you.
have to
Here, let me
understand.
show you.
I'll show you that self. This is you won't believe the things I've seen.
Thank you for watching the podcast. If you enjoyed, we do this every Sunday. You
They've
should like
done
and
to us,
subscribe
boy.
to keep up with these episodes.
You
We
won't
haven't
believe.
missed a single one.
Oh, hi, Optimus. You won't believe.
If you
what
want us
they've
to keep doing the video version podcast, you should leave a like.
You won't believe the
leave a
things
comment
I've
saying
seen,
you're
boy.
Other than that, though, that's it from us. Goodbye. Signature.